US President Donald Trump has said that he believes the US stock market will crash if he's impeached. Now, the investigations against him have certainly thrown Washington politics into turmoil, but what will the impeachment process mean for the US economy, and how could it affect everything from Wall Street to workers' wallets? Well, Nick Harper tells us from New York.
We have unlocked the doors that for a quarter of...
During President Richard Nixon's Watergate scandal in the early 1970s and the impeachment hearings which followed, the Dow Jones fell roughly 40%.
I must put the interests of America first.
But during President Bill Clinton's 98-99 impeachment process, it jumped 20%.
To reclaim the trust of the American people and to serve them well.
History alone seems an unreliable gauge of what might happen next to the markets.
One might on the surface say, there's a reaction. But when U.S. presidents are really bogged down in domestic issues, bad actors on stage elsewhere in the world tend to act badly.
Like the 1973 Arab-Israeli war and the OPEC oil crisis. Many economic analysts say those global factors were moving the markets more than Nixon's own impeachment hearings.
Wall Street tends to react, sort of underreact, at least initially, to political news of all types. Political news is hard to figure out in terms of what the market effect is, and particularly in the U.S. we have tended to grossly underestimate the political event importance in economics. But I do think the impeachment story and the general political climate will affect the markets pretty drastically.
That's partly down to timing. Domestic data suggests a slowing economy, a softening jobs market, and the first fall in consumer spending in 7 months. And there are questions about what the pressure of impeachment will do to President Trump's decision-making when it comes to US-China trade policies.
He needs a trade deal. He was going to feel the pressure anyway because of the election cycle, but because of what's going on with the impeachment inquiry and wanting to keep his popularity high, it just adds focus to needing to get this thing done.
Phase 1 of the US-China trade deal has been agreed, but could President Trump, in a rush to make a quick fix deal, end up conceding too much? Rather than the impeachment affecting the economy, it could be the economy that affects the impeachment. Simply put, if recession hits, Trump's popularity plummets. Once loyal Republican senators, sensing a 2020 election defeat, may want a different person at the top of the ticket, meaning they're more likely to vote their president out of office. Nick Harper, CNA, New York.